Don't just live for tomorrow, or just live in yesterday. Just be glad for all you have that's in today.
Hey everyone, Connie here, and welcome to my blind reaction to Shaman King 2021, episode 6. So last time, we just really kind of continued our journey into this series, and I'm starting to question how this is working compared to the manga and the original series, because it seems to be paced and even episodically switched around from the original series. But I think that it's more connecting to the manga, because there are certain aspects of it so far that definitely feel more manga accurate to me. Such as Tokugaro's ghost, the way it appears to Ryu and everything, in the skeletal form and everything at first. That is very much more like the manga, which I very much remember. So I must have read at least a little bit of the manga, as I said last time. But yeah, we've got a bunch of stuff going on. Ryu has been kind of getting buddy-buddy with them. And we also got Silva coming in, a member of the selection committee for the Shaman fight, a tournament to determine the Shaman King. And he was giving a test to Yo to see if he was ready. And Yo passed, though Silva admittedly gave him a little bit of help. But I don't think that he was there to necessarily like force Yo to have to figure it out on his own, or like have to just like be rude and aggressive towards him the entire time. No, he's there to help push Yo into being ready. So I think it's fair enough. Silva using his different animal spirits, his beast spirits, in order to fight in different ways, such as the turtle is very defensive, using the shell like as an arm guard and stuff. The eagle allows him to fly, and so on and so forth. It's a really cool concept that I really do hope is brought back and expanded upon a little bit more in the future. But it seems like we're going to really start getting into a lot of the more meaty stuff of this going forward, because Ren is still out there wanting to be Shaman King, and he's still more aggressive at the moment towards Yo. We have multiple characters we have yet to actually be introduced to, and they really haven't brought back anything regarding Yo's brother since the very first episode. Which, I mean, I wouldn't have expected them to, but at the same time, it's like, that's the overarching plot line, and I want us to at least get little tidbits here and there. So, we'll see how this goes as we continue forward. Now, if I am correct, I did see a brief glimpse at the preview last time, so I do believe I know who's coming next. And yeah, I'm interested to see this part of things, because I don't remember too much of it from the original. We'll just have to see how it goes. In the meantime, we're going to get this started, and just hopefully have another great episode on our hands. So when the screen fades to black, pause this redirect and go to the description below. Follow the link to the reaction, and after you watch it, come back here to the redirect and resume play. Because after it fades black, then fades back in, everything from that point forward will be my afterthoughts and will contain spoilers to the episode. So, with that being said, thank you so much for tuning in, and I will see you at the reaction. And we are back, and we'll begin with spoilers in 3, 2, 1, now. So, we had Yo versus Horo, the first match of the Shaman fight. And it was really good. I do not remember how their match went in the original series, like pretty much at all. But as I said in the reaction, I remember in the original series, Horo just seemed more goofy to me. Maybe I'm remembering wrong, but I remember him being a lot goofier, a lot sillier, having a lot more just ridiculous expressions and like actions and whatnot. I almost like remember him being kind of like not as much comic relief as say Ryu or anyone like that, but still being kind of comic relief compared to other characters. And here, I don't know, it just I don't know if the original anime did things differently in this regard too, but he seems a lot more serious here. And it's like I think the dream and everything is the same about saving the Korupaku. I think that's the same. I don't think there's any differences in that regard. But at the same time, I think they're just leaning more heavily into the serious, respectful side of him here. Maybe I'm wrong. Maybe I'm just misremembering the original series. But Horo in this series is cool. Pun very much intended. He is really a cool person. He has a dream. He wants to save the Koropoku, and he wants to do everything he can to make that dream come true. Because his people, the Ainu, are very, very connected to nature and the spirits within nature. They learned basically all of their culture from the Koropoku. Yeah, Koropoku. Um, and because of that, they want to save them from extinction. They want Horo as Shaman King. His dream is to plant a giant field of these leaves in order to, keep this race of spirits alive. And that's a great dream. That's an amazing dream. It's selfless and completely just empathetic towards others. And Horo is great at that, great at showing empathy and respect towards others and understanding people's dreams. Like, he definitely seems like the kind of character who's going to be just one of those very much respectable, likable characters who is just there throughout the series helping out in that regard, and being kind of the character we connect to in terms of connecting to the other characters' dreams and goals and ideals and whatnot. That's what I'm getting from it, at least. The actual fight was really cool, seeing Horo's ice powers in the new upgraded art and animation. Um, well, technically Kororo's ice powers, to be fair. And getting to just see the Oversoul with the board and everything was great. The full force of the Furioku with the avalanche. It's like just, I really love this stuff. This is definitely a highlight of Shaman King for me. The action, honestly. These shaman fights. It is really cool. It's really exciting. It's almost the same as like when you like watch JoJo's Bizarre Adventure and it's like, oh, what kind of stand is this next character going to have? Or you watch One Piece, what kind of devil fruit is this next character going to have? It's the same kind of thing here. What kind of oversoul, what kind of powers is this next shaman going to have? It's really exciting to just see that and to get excited about all these different types of usages for Furioku and all of the powers that these spirits can bring out. None of these characters fight in the same way at all. They have their own styles, their own, again, powers, their own special, unique, interesting combat strategies. And it's great to see that because it feels like such a diverse cast. And it seems like next time we're delving into my favorite character of Shaman King, Faust, Johann Faust the Eighth, and his spirit partner, Eliza. I loved Faust in the original series. Like, he was always my favorite. And I'm really excited for this because I really can't wait to see just how he's done in this new series. I mean, it's probably going to be very much the same as I remember still, but considering the amount of imagery that we're going to see with his character, considering who he is, like, I really expect the next episode to really kick it into high gear with the animation and the art. Like, there's a lot of phenomenal dark imagery that we're going to get from Faust, and I'm very excited. Because hell, just the battle against Faust in general was one of my favorite parts of Shaman King in the original series, easily. And not just because of my love of the character, but I really liked the imagery of it all. It was just really cool to me. I've always kind of been into that kind of thing. I'm not going to go into huge detail on what exactly that is, just for those who might be watching along blind. But you'll see next week when we get to it. But yeah, I'm very much enjoying this. This was another great episode, great introduction for Horo and his sister, of course, and Kororo. Great introduction for all of them. And I'm very excited to see where this is going. So we're getting Faust next. I assume we've got to be getting to where Ryu and Tokugero actually team up soon. I assume that's got to be happening sometime in the near future. Because that hasn't actually happened yet, so I'm just wondering exactly where that's going to go. I guess we'll find out. But in the meantime, yeah, tell me what you thought of this episode of Shaman King 2021 in the comments below, and thank you so much for tuning in. So for now, I'm Connie, and I'm signing off. See y'all next time.